Today we'll be making this crispy salmon with fuzzy melon miso soup. You'll need a portion of salmon skin on, 1 fuzzy melon which you can get at your local Asian grocery store, 3 green onions, 5 cloves of garlic, some white miso paste, and of course salt and pepper. First we begin by prepping the vegetables. Thinly slice the green onions. These will garnish the soup at the end when we plate. Finally mince the garlic cloves. Next we're going to prep the fuzzy melon. The skin of the melon is thick and well fuzzy, so I prefer to peel the outer layer. Then chop the melon into bite-sized pieces. I cut the melon lengthwise into wedges, but your goal here is just to make sure that the melon is chopped into uniformly sized pieces so that it cooks evenly. And after this, all your vegetable prep is done. Since the salmon only takes around 8 minutes to cook, we're going to start with the soup. To a heated pot, add 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Fry off the garlic until it becomes soft and translucent. If some of the smaller bits of garlic start browning, you can stop the cooking process quickly by tossing in the chopped fuzzy melon. We're going to season with salt, 2 tablespoons of fish sauce, and pepper. Don't be too heavy-handed here since the miso paste we'll add later is quite salty as well. You can taste a piece of the fuzzy melon to check for seasoning. Stir and saute the fuzzy melon until soft and cooked through. This should take about 3 to 5 minutes. Once softened, add 4 cups of water, or just enough to cover the fuzzy melon, and you're going to return the pot to a boil. Once boiling, add in 4 tablespoons of miso paste and mix it in thoroughly, making sure no large chunks of miso are still stuck to the bottom of the pan. Taste again for seasoning and for strength of the miso flavor. Add more miso if you like here. With that, the fuzzy melon miso soup is done. Keeping the soup warm on another burner, turn your attention to the salmon. Add 1 tablespoon of olive oil to a non-stick pan on medium-high heat. Once the pan is hot enough, place the salmon into the pan skin side down, being sure to follow Gordon Ramsay's advice to lay away from you. Season the flesh side with salt and pepper. To make sure the skin turns out crispy, we're going to cook the salmon 70% on the skin side. We're also going to end the cook on the skin side. Now, check the side of the salmon. You can use the opaque line to gauge how much the salmon has been cooking. Once the opacity has reached 30% up the slice of salmon, about 4 minutes in, it's time to flip. Sear the salmon for another 3 minutes on the flesh side, or until the side of the salmon shows a thin band of pink through the center, kind of like this. I also like to sear the sides of the salmon so that we get more browning and don't end up presenting the gray, white, opaque albumin that we were previously using to tell how cooked the salmon is. Turn it back to the skin side for extra crispy skin and fry for another 1 to 2 minutes. This gives us time to plate the soup. Ladle some soup into a bowl and garnish with green onions. I also add some chili oil and a half tablespoon of sesame oil to make the soup more fragrant. Place the salmon skin side up on the soup and your crispy salmon with fuzzy melon miso soup is done. To check your cook, the salmon should be flaky with a warm pink center. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed this recipe, and see you on the next one.